Hi guys, this is a complete video of four of us who cycled from Manali to Spiti over the Kunjum and Rotang passes. The roads were absolutely bad. However, it was a great challenge for us to finish the journey. We started from Delhi, reached Manali in the morning, and the first thing that we did is climbed up the German bakery in Old Manali. We then started cycling parallel to the river, reached Solang Valley all the way from Manali, and little did we know that it was quite a climb indeed. It was all worth a climb because the cottage we stayed was one of the best Oyo homes I've ever stayed in. It was just 750 rupees for four of us for a night to stay in one of the most luxurious wooden cottages in Manali. We really needed some rest after all the climb. In the evening, we just went out, had some local food, rested well, and we were all prepared for the crazy climb that we had next morning towards Rotang. Batman! जाओ रे बाबा! Alan! Sherpa. Shata it seems. The morning surprised us with some bad weather conditions. It was absolutely cold, very foggy, and it was drizzling throughout. Nevertheless, we did have all the rain gear that was required. We covered all our bags with rainwear, wore all the jackets that was required, and started cycling the rain itself. It was actually helping us a lot because once we started to climb, our body started to heat up. Because it was cold and raining, we did not get dehydrated. We did not need a lot of water, which eventually helped us in the climb. The roads, however, were quite bad. A lot of broken roads, lot of slippery sections. We did get to see few accidents as well, but that was just the 10%. The rest of the route was absolutely beautiful. We reached Murray. It was half the distance to Rotang approximately. Took a break there because it was already 3 p.m. and spent the evening at Murray.
Climb and come down, jackass. What do I ask you?
You get full network on Geo along with 4G in Murray, but after Murray for the next 2 days you will have absolutely no network, not even BSNL.
Attack!
The next morning, we started quite early at around 7 a.m. For the Rotang climb. The roads looked quite steep to look at. However, once you start climbing, the slopes are gradual. There are few bad sections, very bad indeed, but you will be able to cross them easily if you're on a bicycle. If you're doing it for the first time, you'll be mesmerized by the view. Both sides of the mountain, one side a steep slope, the other side you'll have waterfalls, you'll have valleys, you'll have snow-capped mountains. You will be having a good time, in fact. As you go higher, the oxygen levels start to dip, and you will find it a little difficult to breathe as you're cycling. So, for every stroke of the pedal, you just keep inhaling once and you should be fine. Just maintain a constant cadence, and you will have to continue like this for the next 2 hours. And finally, before you realize, you would have reached the top of Rotang. There are few sections which are absolutely bad, a lot of broken roads, but make sure that you don't really look down the valley in such sections, because sometimes you could feel a little dizzy when you look down. If there are sections that you're not able to cross cycling, it's okay to get down the bike, push the bike through those sections, and cross them at ease.
Let's go. Level with the clouds, baby. Oh, nothing.
As you reach the top of Rohtang, temperatures fall really low. Do conserve all the heat. Wear warm jackets as you take photos and videos on the top.
Finally, we are at Rohtang Pass, and you can see the snow-capped mountain behind. It's 13,050. Deepak! Present me the flag. Congratulations, Deepak, for completing 13,058 feet, climbing up to Rohtang Pass, and he earns his prayer flag.
As soon as you cross Rohtang, you will get a really nice downhill. Good roads up to a certain section. After that, the roads get really bad. It's one of the worst roads in the entire trip. Continue to wear your warm wear, because when you're going down, you will be at higher speeds. The wind will still remain quite cold. Be very careful with your brakes, because especially if it is just a mechanical disc brake on your cycle, they will tend to heat up. If you are using V brakes, it could wear out very soon. And if you're having hydraulic brakes, you should be okay. But mechanical brakes do heat up very easily. Do alternate your brakes sometimes when you're going down at a constant speed. You can alternate between front and rear. Keep the speeds low so that you are able to brake on time and make those sharp turns.
Java, see my boys. My boys! Okay.
This is the only dhaba at Grampo. If you continue straight, you will go to Leh. That's the road that takes you to Leh. But if you are heading towards Spiti, there is a sharp turn from the main road. Once you take that U-turn, it's going to be off-road, and it's going to be off-road for the next 200 kilometers. You will pass through sections that are having a lot of water crossings, so your tires are going to be dry and wet continuously. So there are a lot of chances of you getting punctures or tire bursts in this section.
Don't stop, don't stop. Go, 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 go. Yeah!
These roads do test your endurance completely. The sections are up sometimes, they suddenly start to move down. There are a lot of pebbles, water crossings. So these roads make the ride to Spiti from Manali one of the most challenging rides. As soon as you see the cable hanging bridge, you know you're in Chatru. There are few dabas there. We did stay the evening at Chatru. We did get some really good sunset shots, some nice pictures in this location. It's a tiny village, but you will get all the required provisions. You have good food, you have dormitories and tents to stay in, and the prices are absolutely reasonable. It's about 100 to 200 rupees a night, depending on which season you're heading there. The next morning, be prepared to cross Chota Dara, which is one of the most difficult water crossings you will get in the trip. Once you cross the Chota Dara section, you will touch Batal. Don't forget to visit Chacha Chachi Chandra Daba there. The people are absolutely warm and welcoming. It's the only dhaba that is open 365 days of the year, and a lot of travelers take shelter in their dhaba during the winters. From there, you climb Kunzum, one of the toughest climbs you will get in the whole trip, just like Yorotang. When there were few kilometers left, about 35 to 40 kilometers left to reach Kaza, one of my friend's bicycles gave way. We had a tire burst. Because of that, we put all our bikes on top of a truck. It was an LPG truck, and we head all the way to Kaza in a truck. By now, we were absolutely exhausted. We did have a really tough time till here. I had already started having saddle sores. Another friend of mine, the bungee cords were broken, so the luggage could not be kept in place. The fourth friend of mine had about 3 punctures on the bicycle. However, we did enjoy the trip till here, and from here it was all in the truck till Gaza. At Gaza, we stayed in Mustach hostels. It's one of the first buildings you will get when you're coming from the Shimla side, right next to the arch. It is in fact part of the world's highest Royal Enfield showroom. Nice beds inside, dormitory type, one on top of the other. Most of your time in Gaza will be spent mostly in the market area. This part of town usually never gets rainfall. They get snowfall for almost 6 months of the year, but we were lucky to witness one of those rare sights of rain in Spiti.
What are you showing, Macha? Video. कैप्टन टैंक अबे एक हेलमेट तो लेना था उससे कल ले लेंगे बिना हेलमेट के भेजना बिना सेफ्टी के ऊपर से हम ड्रंक थे उसके बाद भी और थोड़ी के पैसे वापस कर
All the villages in and around Gaza can be visited on bikes. So we rented few Royal Enfield bikes and traveled to all the different villages. We went to Hikim, the world's highest post office. We went to Key Monastery, Langza, Kibar, and all the little places around Gaza. The story of Hikim and the world's highest post office is a special one, not because it's one of the highest post offices in the world, but because of the postmaster who's been doing this service for his entire lifetime. And he in fact brings the letters from Hikim all the way down to Gaza, even in the peak of winters when there is a lot of snow, by foot. And he's been doing this all his life. And when you receive letters or when you post letters from such a special place, and when family and loved ones receive it at home as a surprise especially, they would absolutely like it.
नीचे नीचे लेफ्ट You could have sat here only and written, no? भेजो यार, और तुम्हें मिल ही नहीं रहा। अभी डॉमी वाली का तूने पिन कोड डाला है, एडिट कर।
There is one souvenir shop that stands out of the rest that are in the market, which is the Spiti souvenir shop. His prices are absolutely reasonable and way cheaper than what you get in the market. On the way back, we tied all our bicycles on top of a tempo traveler and headed back to Manali. Thank you for watching. Hope it was informational. Do like, share, and subscribe.